What's going down, y'all? Welcome back to the station. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know who it is. One half of the Wake Up crew here to talk some WNBA prop bets over on PrizePicks for this Tuesday, July the 12th, 2022 WNBA slate. We had 5 games on today. The Dallas Wings and the Seattle Storm have already played. So we'll be focusing on the 4 remaining games this evening, going through the data, going through some plays. And if this is your first time on the station, welcome. Thank you. We don't make you pay for picks. All we do is ask that you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, like the content, comment, and let us know below who you are playing tonight in the WNBA. And a quick reminder, if you're looking on the last 5 data on PrizePicks, understand that for some of the players like Sabrina Yanescu, Kelsey Plum, anybody that made the All-Star team, they are using that All-Star game from Saturday. They're using that July 10th data in their last 5. That is not how I'm doing it within my model. It's an all-star game. I don't think that needs to be factored in at all. So for the next 5 games, that all-star, whatever they did in that all-star game is going to equate in the last 5 if you're looking at the last 5 on PrizePicks. So just wanted to put that out there for you before we dive into the data, dive into the plays, and full transparency, because there's a lot of chatter on the old Twitter app about people not, showing their work. They're not, they're showing halfway winning slips and all of that. Just so you know, our WNBA pit bets, or my WNBA prop picks over on PrizePicks for the month of July, we are 19-15 for the month of July, and we are up 26.5 units right now in the WNBA because we're kind of testing the model out, making sure things are right. Just letting you know, full transparency, my unit size is $20 for the NFL. That bumps up to 50, but my unit size is $20. We're up 26.5 units for the month of July. So pretty damn good. 19-15 overall record. And I'm only using the 2-pick power plays for wins and losses. So if one of the players hits in the 2-pick power play, mix and match, and the other one doesn't, that counts as an L. I'm not saying one player got it right, so that's a hit. No, did the 2-pick power play slip hit? Yes or no? 19 hits, 15 Ls, up 26.5 units. Let's get it. Right, so we've got the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty. The big outs for the Liberty, Rebecca Allen still not playing. Phoenix versus Minnesota, Atlanta and Chicago. Nina Coffey is out for Atlanta. Should be good stuff for Monique Billings, as well as Cheyenne Parker, who is not starting again. I noticed this right before the All-Star break. I think we took Cheyenne Parker, and she did not start, not starting again. Tiffany Hayes back in the lineup, playing really well. Erica Wheeler, I don't even need to see the model. I want her under everything. Chicago, everybody is in. And then the LA Sparks versus the Washington Mystics. Elena Delle Donne is playing. No big outs for the Washington Mystics. So let's go to the model. Let's dive into the WNBA model and see what we have. Let's get on the screen. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And it looks like Jay Rich is down here playing around inside the model as we record the video, but I've got this thing filtered, 60% probability to go over, 60% and higher to go over. So let's make this just a tad bit bigger so you all can see. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And yes, there go the plays. I'll make myself a little bit smaller. Here you go. So this is what the model sort of likes. Sabrina Yanescu's rebound, Sophie Cunningham, Marina Mabrey. I don't even know if she hit or not because the game is over. Candace Parker, Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, Jewel Lloyd, Izzy Harrison. She's already played. Tierra McCowan, Natasha Howard tonight, Ariel Powers, Candace Parker. So a lot of Sabrina. You don't see a lot of aces on here. And again, I'll dive into some plays and some of the data that I like. So let's go head over to My Sparry and holler at our friends over here at My Sparry. Shout out to Mitch, DFS and Donuts over there, the good work that they do. And I want to talk about 2 3-point props. Sabrina Yanescu and Kelsey Plum over 3-pointers, 3-pointers made for these two. If you look at the data and what they've done over the course of the season, as long as their 3-point props are 3 points, 3.5 and below, if you just took the over every game, just took the over every game for Kelsey Plum or Sabrina Yanescu, you would be up quite a bit. Kelsey Plum has hit or pushed this number 8 of her last 10 games. She has hit that 3-point prop, that three 3-point attempts made over her last 10 games. And you'll see when we go into player averages and look at how many shots, how many 3-point attempts that some of these players are getting up, it is wild. So let's start with Kelsey Plum. In 3-point attempts per game, she's right there at the top of the WNBA. Kelsey Plum third in the WNBA, getting up about almost 8 3-point attempts per game. She's getting up 7.7. You see Taurasi leading the WNBA in 3-point attempts per game. Her prop is set at 2.5 on PrizePicks. And over the last 5 games, Taurasi, she's averaging 3 over her last 5 games in this category. When you're getting up 7, 8 3-point attempts per game, I feel really confident anytime that number is below 50% of what your attempts are. Now, you're seeing the percentage there. You know, Kelsey Plum getting in about 3 per game. Taurasi right around the prop at 2.5, right about 3 3-point shots made per game. Here's Sabrina Yanescu, 2.5 3-pointers made per game. She's getting up again 7 of them per game. And we see her prop tonight over on PrizePicks is set at 3. Kelsey Plum at 3. I like both of these. Sabrina got up a ton of shots. Kelsey Plum shot 11 during the All-Star game. I like both of these numbers for these players tonight. And when you look at the team stats, opponent averages, guards versus Atlanta, Phoenix, the Aces, they're getting up quite a bit of 3-pointers, right? 15 to 17 3 points attempted per game against those teams. And we look at the lineups, right? So New York versus the Aces. How are the Aces against 3-pointers? They're allowing about 15.5 3-point attempts per game. And those opponents are shooting pretty high against them at 37%. I feel really good about Sabrina's 3-point prop tonight at 3, as well as Kelsey Plum versus the Liberty. Now, Liberty only allowing about 14, but we just saw Kelsey Plum is getting up almost 8 3-point attempts per game, 3-point shots per game, tops in the WNBA. The minutes are there, 34 minutes per game over the season. And over the last, if we take this filter off, she's averaging about 32 minutes per game over the last 5. I really don't want to touch the rebound prop, but it is the highest probability to go over in the model tonight. But I just don't want to mess with Sabrina's rebounds. But PrizePicks did add rebounds and points for WNBA, and Sabrina Yanescu is right at 27. So if we've got it projected at 9 rebounds, and then down here, the points, we got it projected at 20.1 points. It gets you over the points and rebounds for Sabrina. So I really like Sabrina tonight. Sophie Cunningham is another player that I want to target. And for those of you, let's just go back. Who do they play? Phoenix versus Minnesota. And let's look at opponent averages. Sophie Cunningham is a guard. Minnesota giving up 45.2 points per game to guards, which is second most in the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham's 3-point prop at 2.5. I like it, you guys. I really like it. She's averaging 3.2 over her last 5 games. She's getting up the shots. Let's just go take a look. Let's use the data here by MySparry. Let's go player averages. And Sophie Cunningham, here she is. She's getting up about 5 3-point attempts per game and knocking down right around 2 of those. So the prop's at 2.5. A little higher than her average, but again, the shots are there, and Minnesota is not good at defending guards. They give up a lot of points. So if you want to attack Minnesota tonight, Taurasi should be in play. Sophie Cunningham. It's funny. Phoenix has her listed here as a forward, but she plays like a guard. So you want to attack Minnesota with guards. Taurasi, her 3-point prop as well. Again, remember, she's averaging 8.5 3-point attempts per game, which leads the WNBA. And at 2.5 3-pointers, she's averaging 3 over her last 5. So I like Taurasi as well in the matchup tonight versus Minnesota. You just want to attack Minnesota with guard play. So good little play for her right there. Ariel Powers popped in the model right here. Candace Parker, love Candace Parker tonight. Points and rebounds. We got it projected for 9 rebounds and about 14.5 points. And again, points and rebounds on PrizePicks. Let's take a look at where Candace Parker is, points and rebounds. Where is CP3? And I'm not talking about Chris Paul. Candace Parker, 22. So do the math. 14, 19. right there if you want to touch some of the new props they have out over on PrizePicks for the WNBA. But to be honest with you, I really like some of these three-point plays. I like Kelsey Plum. I like Sophie Cunningham. I like Diana Taurasi and Sabrina Yanescu. And I think tonight I'm going to roll with over three-pointers made for all four of those women: Sabrina, Sophie, Diana Taurasi. I just want to check. I want to test it out. Now, granted, you've got the information here. Everybody on the screen is 60% probability and higher to go over. We don't make you pay for picks. Just sub, hit the thumbs up button, and comment below. Let's just take a look at a couple of additional matchups, right, that may be beneficial for us tonight. Chicago versus Atlanta. Oh, boy, Atlanta bleeds points to bigs down low for Chicago. So let's just go look at the forwards really quickly and see if we can find some good exploitations here. Chicago gives up a ton of points versus the forward. Atlanta, that's what I meant. Atlanta, very good versus the forward. Chicago gives up a lot of points to the forward. So if you're looking for anybody to target against Chicago, Monique Billings, maybe she's not in the model. Ryan Howard's three-pointers, I believe, are at 1.5, and she gets up a ton of three-point shots. I think she's right there at the top of the WNBA. She has not been hitting well. That's the problem. She's averaging 1.2 over her last 5 games, but she's getting up a ton of shots. Liz Cambage's been playing really well for LA. We don't have all the stuff for that late game pulled up right now, but here you go. I wanted to get this out to you before I tap out for the evening. So here goes the model. There goes some plays. I like some of the three-point plays, and y'all can take what you want from the projection model and everything that we showed from my Spari. So hopefully just going through some of the games, some of the players to target, and we got a couple of more minutes. Let's look at it. Washington versus LA. Washington is a really solid team overall, but if you want to attack LA, let's see how you want to do it. If you're going to attack LA, I believe it's with guard play. So let's see, potentially Elena Delle Donne should be nice. Natasha Cloud potentially. There they go. Guards, third most points given up per game. The Los Angeles Sparks, 43.5 points per game given up to guards. So go back to this right here, Ariel Atkins, Natasha Cloud. I know Elena Delle Donne is not a guard, but, I mean, honestly, it's almost like a Kelsey Plum type situation. Wherever her points total is, I believe it's 16 on PrizePicks. You just take the over on somebody like that and just bank on the talent and the skill set of her going over. But that's how you want to attack LA with guard play. So Ariel Atkins definitely within play. And then if you're going to attack Washington, let's just take a look. Look at that guard play. They're very good versus the guard, bottom 3 in the WNBA and giving up points to guards. Let's see if you want to attack Washington with forwards. And could NECA be in play? I think again, they're just a solid team, right? Solid team, kind of middle to bottom of everything and giving up points and shit like that to opposing positions. It's not to say NECA can't do her thing, but Washington's a tough defensive matchup. Rebounds, there they go, middle to the bottom and giving up rebounds to forwards in the WNBA. You really don't want to attack there. Let's go to the Aces real quick because you can exploit them with forwards, right? They give up the third most rebounds per game to forwards. They give up the 4th most points per game to forwards. So, again, let's go back to that Aces game, Natasha Howard potentially versus Las Vegas, and I think she popped in the model. Let's go back to the model real quick. I'm like, let's get out of here, and I just keep going back. There goes Natasha Howard. Points, rebounds, and assists, 24. We got it projected for 25.5. I knew she came up in the model a little bit. The assist, I'm not touching that, but if you want to do points, maybe points and rebounds for Natasha Howard, there go the points. 15, she's right there at 15.8, so kind of close on Natasha Howard. And listen, A'ja Wilson, they've got her kind of low, so if you want to rock anything with A'ja Wilson, that would be nice as well, whether that's her par, her points, or her fantasy score. I believe I took a ticket last night with her points at 17, and I'm just going to bank on her going over, leave the points and rebounds are going to be A'ja Wilson's bread and butter. You could leave the assist alone. I wouldn't even mess with the par anymore for A'ja Wilson. It's points and rebounds, points and or rebounds or fantasy score for A'ja Wilson. So kind of a longer video. We got a lot of games today. Only one game tomorrow. I believe it's Connecticut versus, was it tomorrow? We've got Connecticut versus Indiana, but 4 games on the evening slate. A lot of good plays. But for me, I'm going to run with some of the 3-point props tonight. Kelsey Plum, I like Sophie Cunningham, Diana Taurasi, and there was somebody else I said in the video that I think I'm going to run and play. And Erica Wheeler, unders. She's not good. We talked about her a couple of days ago. Not good. Well, I don't want to say she's not good. Let's not do that. But she has not been hitting the numbers that PrizePicks is set for her. So don't know what it is, but go look at the data, last 5 props.cash. Go to my sparring and tap in and see Erica Wheeler has been cashing unders for us lately. So appreciate you tapping in. Hope the information helped out. And glad to be back in the saddle, WNBA. Let's get back to the money. Let's continue the winning streak. Let's be transparent. And I'll be back to talk some more WNBA, not tomorrow, but the day after, before I go on vacation for a week. So enjoy. Subscribe below. Let me know what you're playing. Good luck. Good night. If you tail, give him hell. And if you fail, don't bail. We're back. Peace.